What's up, everybody? How you doing? Today I would like to do a review of my boots. Okay, so these are the Magnum Spider Elite 8.0 boots. I got these in the wide version. And to give you a little bit of a background here, I work for an agency that requires me to hike a tremendous amount in the wilderness and rugged terrain of Utah. Okay, so really high desert and high forest I get to hike in. So I needed a really good 8-inch boot for some ankle support and a really good sole, and I want it to be comfortable. Obviously everyone wants to be comfortable with their boots, and I found these guys on Amazon.com. But what got me into the whole Magnum series is I went to a local Army Navy shop and I was trying on another pair, or should I say another style of Magnum boots, and they were super comfortable, but not quite the fit for me. So I realized what I was lacking. They was a little bit tight in the toe, the boots I tried on at the Army Navy spot. So I tried on another pair, which were these, at a different location, and they fit very nicely. So I decided to order them from Amazon.com. So, a couple of things I like about this boot. This boot, or these boots, they are super, super light. No joke, it feels the lightness of a tennis shoe. It doesn't look light at all, but it is super light. Okay? It took me about 3 weeks to break in these boots, but once I broke them in, they are super, super comfortable. Super. I would prefer to wear this all day, no matter what I'm doing, even if I'm sitting at the office. It's a super comfortable boot, but I use them to hike through really rugged terrain. I've got about 250 miles on this pair of boots, and they have been holding up absolutely fantastically. Okay. What I also like about them, they have the Vibram soles. A lot of my hiking, believe it or not, is on some lava rocks. Okay, and lava rocks are notorious for really wearing down soles, and these soles are still in really good shape. Based upon how they feel here, like I can see where it wears down and where it doesn't wear down. I wore about half of the tread down in 250 miles of rough, rugged sand, wilderness, and lava rock. Very happy with that. Okay. Couple of things I don't like about the boot. It's not waterproof. If you jump in a stream with this thing, you're gonna get wet. Within a couple seconds, it'll soak through this fabric and your feet will be wet. I did buy some waterproofing for hiking boots, and I did spray these a number of times, especially around the seams. I bought a high performance silicone waterproofer, and it helped a little bit, but it didn't really do the job, and my feet still got wet. Okay. These laces are pretty tough. I mean, I beat these things up. I really pull them tight, and they've held up pretty darn well for the entire trekking, the amount of trekking that I do. Okay, so like to give you an example of the kind of stuff that I hike around in on almost a daily basis, there are times where I am on slopes and I'm hanging on to bushes and other types of brush to not slide down into a creek that's 30 feet below me. So I'm in like really hardcore stuff, and the 8-inch boots are super great for this because there's so much ankle support and you can really attack the terrain that you are traversing pretty well. One of the things I had to do, though, it's kind of some of you guys might not like this, but I had to purchase a heel insole from like Walmart, typical Dr. Scholl's insole, because the actual sole of the shoe wasn't really perfect for my foot, so I needed a little bit of extra heel support. So I got these. They were like $5-6 at Walmart, and they've lasted me 250 miles, and they're still really friggin' comfortable. So I don't have any complaints about that, and it just makes the boot experience a heck of a lot easier and a lot more enjoyable. So these are size 12, and I'm typically 12. I have a pretty normal foot. My foot's a little bit on the flatter side, but other than that, it's pretty much as normal of a foot as you can get. See, this peels off a little bit, and this is after. I'm really impressed. I mean, if you can see this, it peels back a little bit, but this is after 250 miles of beating the crap out of them. So I'm really happy with these soles being glued onto these boots. Really awesome. Back to what I was saying. I forgot what I was saying. I really did. If I remember it, I will get back to it. But overall, really like the boot. Oh, my foot. My foot. So I have a pretty normal foot. And this boot I got in the wide version, and after I broke it in and all that stuff, it's actually a little bit too big. If I were to get this boot all over again, I would get an 11.5 regular. I wouldn't get the wide one and just break it in. Real nice way to break in your boots, by the way, is to put them on and walk through some water. Believe it or not, that helps break in your boots super quick. You just go into a stream, put them on, completely submerge them in a stream, and it'll break in so much faster than regular walking around and breaking them in that way. So that's it. I mean, other than that, I really don't have any big complaints about this. This boot does everything I need it to do, and it holds up really well for the conditions and what I put these things through. So, highly recommended if you're doing a lot of wilderness hiking. If you're in the military and you're going into a desert type of environment, this would be my absolute #1 choice. I believe you can get these in black too. So if you're in law enforcement or other type of, civil service protection type job, and you need to look badass with a pair of black boots, highly recommend these. Get them in black. Super comfortable. I'm on my feet all day in these things, and when I take them off at night, I don't get that feel where like, oh, I took my shoes off, my feet are free. No, I don't get that at all. I feel like I just take my shoes off and continue on with my life. So that's that. Magnum Spider Elite 8.0. I think you can still get these on Amazon. If not, they might have made the next year edition or whatever. But very, very good boot. For the money, you can't beat it. And it did everything I needed to do, minus the waterproofing. If this boot would be waterproof, holy crap. This is like the god of all boots. If it comes in water, if it could be waterproofed, that would be a god boot. But there you go, guys. Magnum Spider Elite 8.0.